A number of persons are actually with somebody. They think that they are in a relationship with someone, but they are not in a relationship. They're only in a relationship with themselves. Some people have their hearts involved with somebody that their mouth has not confirmed. And that is very dangerous. An assumed relationship is a dangerous relationship. It has caused a whole lot of frustration. I remember somebody came to my office and she was crying. She didn't just cry, she was crooning, if you get what I mean. And I was like, what's going on? And she said that the guy she's in a relationship with is getting married to somebody. I said, hello, like you were in a relationship. Did he ask you out? She said, no. So how do you know? They said they were very close, all of them always I'm like, you were not in a relationship. You see, until you confirm that this is a ship that both of you are in, it is not yet a relationship. Assumption is the poorest form of knowledge. You communicate to know, not assume to know. All right, so right now I want to talk about signs of an assumed relationship. It's very important, so you know. Okay, the first one is there is emotional intimacy but no direction. This one is a problem. It's very big. It's a very big problem. There's emotional intimacy but no direction. This is one of the most dangerous traps of assumed relationship. It feels like love but it lacks vision. I mean, you have this tingling feel. Oh, you think about the person, you breathe the person. You're reading your Bible, is the person's name you are seeing in the book of Job. Hey God, So this is very dangerous, right? You talk every day with this person. You open up about your fears, your dreams, your pain. This person is your everyday communicator. If somebody is calling, your line is busy. Like next thing, like who are you talking to is this person, the same person every day. I mean, before another person hears about your pain, you have told this particular person your hurts, your excitement, every day. 24 hours make a day. Out of 24 hours, you talk with this person 10 hours every day. You hang out with this person every day. You pray together. Yeah, I asked somebody, a guy that told me that the lady is his prayer partner. You pray every day with this person. You laugh together. The relationship, it gives a sign of commitment. It looks like there's a commitment in it, but there's no clear direction. It looks like, something can look like commitment, but there's no commitment. It looks like there's commitment, but there's absolutely no clear direction. There's no covenants. No covenant, no commitment. It looks like, but there's no commitment, there's no covenant. Relationship that gives this kind of, sign where there's illusion of progress, but there is no destination is an assumed relationship. I repeat it. A relationship that gives an illusion of progress, but there is no destination is an assumed relationship. Let's think about this way. Have you sailed in a ship before? Okay, I was privileged to, board a ship sometime in May, in Canada. But let me make it clear. Imagine that I was in the ship. I was not married, right? I'm in the ship and I'm with the sailor. We're just there gisting, talking. Passengers are coming, just seeing us talking. The person will naturally assume that there's something going on with the two of us. And the ship is not sailing anywhere. We're just there. Before you know it, hours have passed, we're there. It just feels like it's normal for you to think that there's something going. Even you be thinking there's something going on between the two of you if it continues like that consistently. But you guys are sailing nowhere, unfortunately. So relationship that looks like it's progressive, but there is no destination is an assumed relationship. Don't just have a prayer partner that you're emotionally yoked with, but you don't have commitment with. It's dangerous for you. Save your tears. Another sign of one who you are emotionally intimate with, but no direction, is they crave your connection, but they fear commitments. These kind of people love to be emotionally intimate with you, but they are not ready. You are connected to unreadiness. The person loves your connection, as in loves to be with you every time, loves you talking, they like to gist with you, they like to pray with you, they like to laugh with you, but they fear commitment. So you are connected but no commitment. So it's possible to be connected with someone that that there's no commitment. They love your presence, but they're not prepared for partnership. Feel attached to you, but not close enough to be assured for marriage. I need to say this point again. They pull you close enough to feel attached to you, but not close enough to be assured for marriage. These kind of people, you need to run, because they are not ready. They don't want to be married. There are people that want to be married, but they're not ready for marriage. There are people that want to be married, but they are not ready to be married to you. That's the truth. They just want to hang around you, but they don't need you for companionship. You need to be able to spot these very closely. Don't get excited over things and not check things very well, so that you don't get, thrown away. The people that have been thrown away, because of all these kind of things. Listen, emotional closeness without covenant is confusion. Emotional closeness without covenant is confusion. Emotional closeness without commitment is confusion. It feels deep. The love I have for this person is deep. There's just a way I feel around this person. I get you. But just because it feels deep, it can feel deep, but if it is directionless, anything without direction eventually dies. So even though you may have that depth of emotions in your heart towards someone, if there is no direction, it will eventually die. So before it dies, speak out, all right, and put boundaries. Number 3, they avoid defining the relationship. Signs of an assumed relationship. Let me tell you something. A person who values you, a person that really wants to be committed to you, will give you clarity, not confusion. A person that truly wants to be committed to you, one of the ways to know someone who wants to get into a covenant relationship with you, wants to be committed to you, is that they'll give you clarity, not confusion. Okay? Matthew 5 verse 37, NKJV says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. There's nothing like, what are we doing now? I said, person is always stammering when you ask that kind of question. Such a person is triggering confusion for you and not clarity. The person doesn't value you for commitment. Just know that. Okay? So a person who fears commitment, this is only natural. Someone who fears commitment will always give excuses, not direction. So you hear things like, can we talk about this later? You ask a question like, what's going on with us? Can we talk about this later? You guys are scooping ice cream. Like, what's going on with us? Can we talk about this later? You are enjoying saying, okay, later. You are taking ice cream. You are scooping away your time. You are scooping away your life. Oh, God. So a person who fears commitment will always give excuses. They deflect every conversation that has to do with clarity. So I've said, when you bring up, where's this going? What are we about? They always respond with evasive phrases like, let's just flow. And you are flowing. You're eating pizza that wants to take you into pits. Let's just flow. Why rush things? You're rushing things now. I'm not ready to define anything yet. You are just quiet about it. They always want connection without confirmation, closeness without covenants. This kind of people market. Anything that is not defined, right, or a definition that is avoided is the first symptom of manipulation. There are many people who are with manipulators today. When you say a person who avoids definition of things, the person doesn't want to talk about where you guys are going, such a person wants to manipulate you. So run away from such person, all right? So let's just flow is not commitment, it is convenience. So you are just an option for them. You are not the person, you are only an option. Have you done this game before? Gen Zs cannot relate. Tubu. So they are doing guesswork around you. So anyone telling you to just flow is just asking you to float in confusion. So be careful, beware. Under this, people who avoid defining relationship. Let me tell you something. Maturity seeks clarity. Manipulation avoids it. Immaturity will always ask, where is this going? Maturity would say, let's be clear about our intentions. These are the two different kinds of people that you meet in this category. A mature person protects your emotions by defining their commitment, but a manipulative person protects their freedom by keeping things in vague. Nothing is ever clear. Take note of this kind of people, all right? So anyone, and listen to this point, anyone afraid of definition is planning your exit without explanation. See rhyme now. Listen, anyone that avoids definition of things, all right, or is afraid of definition, is only planning your exit without explanation. Another number on signs of an assumed relationship: there is no introduction to family or friends. You have been together with this person for months, for years. I know somebody, he was shocked to hear that the lady was getting married. He was shocked. I'm telling you, he was too shocked. So I now had to call them individually. What happened? So I asked the girl. The girl was like, she was never in a relationship with the guy. I'm like, but you guys were close friends. I was like, oh, we're just close friends, that's all. Because you can be friends with someone that you don't want for marriage. It's possible. You can be friends with someone that you don't want to get married. Not all friends are marriageable for you, that's the truth. But are things defined? I mean, you were always on calls with this person every time. But even though you are on calls with this person, has the person ever introduced you to the people that are close to them? Has the person ever introduced you to their family member? You can't be with somebody for years and you assume that you're in a relationship with them and you have not been introduced to family, introduced to friends. It doesn't make sense. Such a relationship is an assumed one. That's not a covenant relationship. You have been together with the person and they have never mentioned you publicly to their friends, never introduced you as someone important. You can even be out in a party, a wedding reception, something, and then their friends come and who is this person? Just my friend, just a friend. No. Secrecy many times is often a sign of insincerity. When there is such secrecy in a relationship, it's often a sign of lack of covenant as well. So take note. And listen, if they are hiding you, they are likely keeping options open. Let me repeat it. If they are hiding, they've never introduced you to the people that are very close to them, they are likely keeping options open. So just understand that there's girl A there, girl C, girl B, girl D, girl E, or there's a guy A, guy B, guy C, guy D, guy E. Multi-choice exam now. How will they be? That's what's going on. So you need to be careful. So when you are close to someone and you're beginning to have feelings for the person, when you don't communicate how you feel, right? But you are seeing that you guys are really close. The person is fond of you. The person likes to call you. The person likes to hang out with you a lot. Take you out to the nearest joints around. Anyway, I won't complete the statement. You know yourself. When you see all of these things and your feelings are increasing, it is safe. There is nothing undignified about it. It is very safe to ask as a lady, where are we going? What's going on? And when they tell you M the first time, the second time you ask, they say M, they say, please, I don't want M. What's going on? Can you be straight with me? All right? When you don't hear a clear answer about the question you are asking, please leave. Set boundaries. Reduce on the calls. In case the person that you're having such a dealing with is a person you work in the same office with, you can put boundaries. If you used to go to sit with him before or during your break time, you guys hang out together, stop it. Stop it once and for all, stop it. It's okay to communicate to the person that, see, you know what? I'm not comfortable with this closeness. It's not helping me, all right? As long as you have said you are still confused or there is no clarity defined between us, it's going to save you. See, your safety is more important than anything. Your peace of mind is better than hanging on confusion. Praise God, somebody.